Welcome to Suburban Living. This is Ed. I want to show you a new project I'm working on. This is my Jeep Grand Cherokee. It's a 2003. They call these a WJ. 2-inch spacer lift, general grabber, AT2 tires. This is my little project vehicle, just something to make it a little easier to get up to my cabin. I really like this Jeep. I think it's going to be perfect for what I'm using it for. But what I've started is the thought of doing a little SUV camping. And so I'm trying to make the back to where I can put a little cot or a little bed here, a little sleeping mat. But my only problem is with the seat down, I don't have enough room with this seat leaned forward here. And so I'm going to do a little project today. I may not be able to complete it today. But here you see these brackets with the bolts here. I've seen people drill out this pin and put a quick disconnect to where you can completely remove this seat. And I don't know if I'm going to drill that out today or not, but I'm going to take that seat out and see how much room it gives, and then see about putting a piece of plywood or something in here to where it can go in here and somehow be supported to where I can put my little sleeping mat on. So stay tuned. Okay, the seat's out. I went ahead and decided I am going to take these pins out. That's out of focus. I tried to drill it. It didn't work very well. So I took it over to my bench grinder and I just grinded the head off of that rivet. And then I just set it on a vise and started to drive it out. And there it is. It's already loose. I just wanted to show you on camera. I'm going to pull this pin out, and then I'm going to buy a replaceable pin for this with a quick disconnect so that seat will come out much quicker. Okay. Well, I got these pins out. A little tougher than I thought it was going to be. Ground this side off, took a punch, punched it through a little bit, and then on this side put some vice grips on them, and I just worked it back and forth, finally got them out, but they came out. So what I intend to do is to run the tractor supply, get a quick connect pin, and that way this seat will come out a lot quicker when we need it out of the way for camping trips. Okay, just got back from Tractor Supply. Got this 1/4 inch by 2.5 inch lock pin, and this is what it looks like installed. Little bit of play in it, not much. This will make it possible to remove this seat with just taking off this quick pin. Okay, next step. We worked on the quick disconnects. They're installed, hard to see that. Then I realized that from my gate to this center console was about 72 inches, which is what my camping mat is. So I got this wasted space up here where my head would be or my feet would be. So I found this piece of 1/2 inch plywood, and I'm hoping this works. Perhaps a storage container or a cooler underneath of it. I need to probably cut it off a little bit so it will slide all the way to the back to where the seat is up, and it'll ride right there. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, I've got the board cut. It's going to be my sleeping platform. I had to cut off a little section. Cut off probably 8 or 9 inches of the board. That way it'll slide back in the back section, cargo section of my Jeep, and I'll be able to raise the seat. And then when I want to pull out the bed, I can lay the seat flat and then pull this section out. Okay guys, here it is in the Jeep. You notice I rounded these corners just so it wouldn't booger stuff up too bad. Put a handhold. Also just sanded the edges just a little bit with a little plane block. So the piece goes in there. The seat's up. Of course, the quick connects are down here. I already took the seat out. It's sitting here presently. That could go over in that section or up in the front seat. The idea hopefully is fold this down, reach in here, grab this by the handle, pull it out. Now notice I got this little container at Tractor Supply, and I'm not sure what I'm going to put in that so far. And then this goes out. I'm not sure I really needed it, but it would just give me a little extra stability there. And then roll my sleeping mat out, which is right there. And I think it'll work. I think it'll be makeshift. That's about 72 inches. The reason I did this, I wanted to be able to have a setup where I could go, say if I'm going fishing in the mountains or something like that, I could camp in my Jeep. Now I know 2 or 3 people couldn't sleep in here very easily. 2, I suppose. Somebody could lay the driver's seat back and sleep there, and someone could sleep here if they needed to. And that way I could go camp out of the Jeep. But it does work. This is just about 2 foot wide. I don't remember the measurement from end to end, but I wanted to make it to where it would fit in the back with the seat up and then slide out. I see a lot of videos, RAV4s and Honda Elements or whatever they might be with a camping setup. I've never seen one with Jeep Grand Cherokee WJ, so it will work. We have it here, and just give me some ideas perhaps in the comment section below, some things maybe you would do a little differently, or something you might add in your Jeep or in your SUV camping setup. Thank you very much for watching.